Okay, this is the draft 6 one, right? And we're going to change the insert. So basically all you need, let's just remodel it. You can see this and then maybe you can change what you want. So we're going to save the dome. I'm going to separate that off. And then I'm going to grab your bottom 20 millimeter curve. I'm going to copy and paste it. And the rest of the inside we're just going to delete, right? So let's delete that stuff too, you know. So now all we're doing is running a tangent blend between this, and you like that piece. So this is the part where you can fiddle with it too if you want. So first thing we need to do is extrude this without caps so we can get an edge to blend to. So I just extrude it down a little without caps, and then I delete the curve there. Now I have a surface with an edge, and this surface with this edge. Doing a drill down select, you select the surface, then when you go in after the edge, it goes deeper and selects the edge. Now just run blend with a tangent of 1, and that's basically your piece. But blend has history enabled, so as you saw in Max's video, this is where you can adjust it. So if we go into something like the front view here, if I slide that to the side, you can completely change your handle, right? And you saw him doing it also with this one. So like if you need to change the angle of this, changes the complete angle of that. So anyway, this is how this file is set up. I keep working with this with no changes. So let's just run a blend, tangent, say okay. Delete this surface down at the bottom that you don't need anymore. Now you have two surfaces that are 50 millimeters high. So we're going to join those. It's a joined surface with an opening, and then I'm going to run planar to make a solid out of it. Now, what you want is a wall thickness, but we're also going to fill it in with a solid. So there's other ways to do it. The way I did it was I'm just going to make a copy of your object here before I do anything to it. Now I have a copy of this solid piece right here. So we're going to select this bottom face, and then we're going to run shell with 2.5, you said. So what that's going to do is shell it. It actually does an offset of this surface inwards. And so basically there's your wall thickness on that part, right? So this whole part is 2.5 millimeters thick in that shape. So now I'm going to hide this object. Let's give it a different color for a second. And then I'm going to paste back in my solid. And what I want to do now is you want that object to be solid 15 millimeters up. And you said you wanted it horizontal instead of diagonal, something that followed the surface is how I cut it before. So let's take that. We're going to run boolean diff with it. Well, so how did I get 15 millimeters up? Well, I just drew this line as 15 millimeters, and then I just drew a line straight across as a cutting object. So I'm going to boolean diff with that, and then delete the upper half. Now I have basically that object solid all the way up, correct? And so now let's bring back our other object, and we're going to boolean union those together. So now what I have is here, if I do a drill down select on one of these edges and then select Control A, it shows me all the edges. So basically what I have is this is all solid in here, and then this interior here is hollow in this area, right? I guess we could check that. You saw me check it in a video by just hiding that outer surface temporarily. So there's the hollowness in there, right? So let's get that back for a second. Okay, so now is the insert. And I was just making that hole, which was 9 millimeters diameter, 4.5, and extruding it up into the object a little past the, at 15 millimeters, and that cut the hole through. You said you pointed this morning to this insert right here. So let's go ahead and download the 3D step for that. And I already downloaded it, right? Let's see if we can bump it up. there it is. Save, yes, okay. And it's downloaded. And let's get that. So now let's import that part. And it pops in there on the side. It's a good solid. I kind of went over it. I don't know if you're going to want to, you know, whether you're going to 3D print that or not. I'm not sure. So I'm going to just assume that that's the way it goes. Not sure. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do some aligning really quick. So I'm just going to use move tools. There's other ways to do it. So right now I'm just going to select move. I'm going to drag myself a point down like that. Let's go there and move that there. Now we're going to do the same thing in this view here. Get myself a construction line and move that there. And then now let's go up. Want to find that snap. Go a little past. There it is right there. And there's our object. I'm going to drill select those two outer lines and click join, which gives me an arc down there. And now I'm going to extrude that up. Got to turn caps back on. I'm going to extrude it up 15, which was the opening of my hole, right? After I've done that, I'm going to be sure to delete that curve so I can select that extrusion. Let's boolean diff it. And now what I want to do though too is I want to, when I did that, I get an interior, that's some interior solids in there. So I'm going to make that. Now I'm going to go in and delete that two interior solids. So now I have that piece there. Hide that. So there's your hollow with all the 2.5 millimeter walls and your part. Now I think I don't think I did that quite correctly. Like right, I just let's hide that. This part has, like, I use this edge right here, right? And so there's other parts sticking out, but that edge is basically the interior of that. So now what I might want to do is actually copy and paste that. Copy. Let's get it all there. Now I'm going to take that and boolean diff that away from there. And so that gives the interior of that with all that detail. And with the part now, if I paste it in, it's the perfect fit. But I don't know if you necessarily want to put that kind of detail into the model rather than just have a smooth single hole. I guess you said it was 4.5. Yeah, so a 4.5 wouldn't even fit that. You wouldn't even be able to fit that particular insert in a 4.5 hole, radius hole. So, you know, whether you make a straight hole and how that's stuck in there, I guess you're going to pour some bronze or something, right? You said. But that's how you can do it. So at any part you want, all you really need to do is separate and save that surface, and then get this bottom curve, and you can very quickly just rebuild the model with those steps right there, and then do whatever you want if you want to change something. But keep asking if you want. No worries. Talk later.